Hi everyone. So to start off, I'm just using some like cheapo acrylic paint so I can mark either side of like the leg in the model. So this way when I drill the hole, it's in the same spot. I've definitely learned my lesson with that one. So definitely better off to, you just have to get enough paint on the brush so that like when you you'll see me placing the paint on the model in a second here. You have to kind of glob it on a little bit. So this way when you put the leg, like fake attach the leg and add pressure, it lets paint go onto both sides. So now we can see I have a mark in the same spot, which is super important so we don't get mix-matched holes. So I'm gonna wash off the paint off my brush here real quick because nobody likes brushes that have crusty old paint on them. So now I'm just double checking my Dremel, and please use safety equipment during this. So I'm drilling the first bit of a hole into the horse itself. You could do it in either order, it really doesn't matter. This guy is for a different kind of project, so he doesn't really need his leg to be super secure. He's for a super secret project, actually. So he just needs enough where a leg and horse are attached. So I'm just drilling kind of a shallow hole. Definitely if it's a model that, you know, your kids are going to keep playing with or something like that, I drill it a little bit deeper and probably use a stronger wire than a paper clip as well. But this guy's just he's gonna get resculpted and be a shelf sitter, so it doesn't matter so much. So it takes me a couple tries to go ahead and get a hole just deep enough to my liking. This one I did super shallow because, again, this model doesn't need a super deep hole for any reason. Also, if it's like a weight-bearing leg, like on this donkey, it's really not, because he can still, quote-unquote, stand up even though he's sitting without that leg. So, you know, on a model where that's a leg that's super weight-bearing, again, you're probably going to want a deeper hole. So now I just cut a piece of the paperclip off, and this takes me actually quite a while to go through and get the right size. So the reason why I didn't crop this video at all is to really let you guys see the process and all of my mistakes and how long this actually takes. Although I think this video is only about 6 minutes long. So now I keep inserting the wire into the model and going, okay, too long, too short. This takes me a while. I guess it's kind of hard to see. I don't really have a great angle right here since I recorded this on my GoPro. But what I'm doing is just going back and forth, and I'm trimming the wire a little bit by bit until it's as short as need be. So what I keep doing is I keep attaching the leg to the horse to see when the wire is the proper length, because if it's too long, well, then you're going to have a gap between your horse and your leg with just a wire poking out, and if it's too short, it's just not going to be quite stable enough. So this goes back and forth for a bit. Also, I have a fish tank running in the background and birds downstairs, so I'm sorry about that if you guys are hearing that. I'll go on right now. What I'm doing there is when I'm cutting the wire, I'm pointing it down towards the, I have this awesome little serving tray, actually, is what I'm doing this on. And so this way, when I pop the wire off with the, whatchamacallit. Okay, so here we are, we're actually going into the super glue section. So I'm putting a little bit of super glue into the leg and then into the hole on the horse. And then what I'm doing here with this Q-tip, I use a Q-tip, honestly you could just use your fingers, to apply a little bit of baking soda to the super glue. This helps the super glue, it's stronger and it dries faster. I found this trick out from a lot of other hobbyists, and I started using it a couple leg breaks ago, and I really like it. So now I'm inserting the wire into the leg, and here I am inserting or attaching the leg to the horse. So sometimes it's kind of a tricky process. This guy actually has like an extra chip out of his broken leg, so he's actually missing a piece, but again, no big deal. This is horse for a different project. So it takes a little bit more of a finagle with him in order to get the leg to attach. So here we can see I'm kind of just testing it out, see how more it sits. This is when I'm realizing that, oh, there's a sliver of the leg missing. So I added a little bit more super glue and some baking soda on the end, and I'm gonna blow it off in a moment here. Yep, there we go. Testing it. A little bit more super glue. Now, if you were to realize a horse that is missing a chip, like I just did, and you want to keep it nice, definitely go back through and add some epoxy or something like that to really strengthen it. But typically, if this were to be a model I'd keep playing with, I don't try to match the paint or anything, but for this guy. But this is just how to actually fix the leg. We're not going to get into all that crazy stuff.